tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Pay homage to the Blessed One. Dear friends, today, March 10, 2023 at Brahma Vihara Meditation Center. So, I'd like to deliver Dhamma talk from the Samyutta Nikaya, the Connected Discourses of the Buddha. The chapter 7, Sariputta Samyutta is Connected Discourses with the Sariputta. How Venerable Sariputta experienced Jhanas, because in the last retreat I explained how Venerable Sariputta experienced Jhana, first Jhana, second Jhana. So I think he was late a little bit, right, the last time. So, and I'm going to explain again the first Jhana experience of the Venerable Sariputta, and then I will go to the second Jhana, because David and then Mark also didn't come that time. So, in this, the first Jhana, when you attain first Jhana, how do you understand? So when you listen very carefully about the Venerable Sariputta experience, how did he attain the first Jhana, then when you meditate yourself at home or at the center, so when you attain that first Jhana, so you'll understand yourself. It's very clear here. So, the first sutta is Vivekaja. Vivekaja sutta. That means Viveka means seclusion. Ja means born. So the born of seclusions is called Vivekaja sutta. Okay? So in this sutta said that thus, on one occasion, the Venerable Sariputta was dwelling at Savatthi in Jata's Guru Bhanata Pindika's park. This is the place where the Blessed One was living, Then, in the morning, the Venerable Sariputta dressed and taking bowls and robe, entered Savatthi for alms. When any monks, when somebody got the high ordinations become monk, so usually they have to go for alms round. When I was in Myanmar and Thailand, so in Thailand especially, I woke up about 4 o'clock and did a chanting, and 5 o'clock I went for alms round. So the monks from every temple, they must go for alms round. And people ready to offer the food, you see, early morning, because they think that when they offer the food to the monks, they gain a lot of merit. So as we talk with the Mark, right? Or Mike? Mark, right? Mike. Yeah. I'm sorry. Mike. Mike. So he said, wholesome action, good karma. So when you do generosity, when you give it up, so all the wholesome thought, not give and take. So when you give something, you don't have any attachment to that things, right? Okay, monks come. I went for alms round. He said, Venerable Sir, please stop here. First you have to invite. Venerable Sir, please stop here. I would like to make donation. I would like to offer the food to you. Please accept my food. So then he stopped. Then I opened the alms bowl, and then you put the food there and then curry. The monks bless them. So when the monks bless the people, they feel very happy. But after taking the food, if you don't bless them, people don't like that. Because the Buddha said in the sutta, whenever someone give you, whenever someone donate you, you should give them thanks. What does it mean, thanks? I mean, you have to bless them. You know? So when someone open the door for you, if you don't tell him thank you, they will feel angry, you know. Let me give you one example. I went in Manhattan a long time ago, maybe 5 years ago. You know, so I was coming from the subway, so when I went out, someone opened the door for me. Because that time I forgot to tell her thank you, you know. And she opened the door for me, and I was quiet. I went away, and she said, "You forgot to tell me the thank you." And I'm sorry. She was very, very upset, you know. Why you didn't tell her thank you? So from that lesson, I learned. I never forget. Even someone just help me a little bit, I say thank you, thank you, thank you. You see? Yes.
Though, if you do a kind deed for somebody, you should not be expecting, something back.
Right.
Sometimes you have to look and say, well, maybe they're having a really bad day. Maybe something really happened and they're absent and they didn't even think about that.
You're right.
Yeah.
And especially who practice loving kindness meditation, even though someone give you thank you or not, they don't care.
Yeah.
They don't care. So because you are loving kindness practitioner, so that's why I always say the meditator, whenever you come for practicing loving kindness meditations anywhere, please, you smile yourself first. That means you are giving wholesome thought to others. You know, your smile means someone, when they see you smiling from you, and they also start smiling. Oh man, this is very happy guy. He look very happy, right? And he or she will smile. Even though they are suffering, they have depressions, you know, when they'll see your face, very big smile, and they start smiling with you. And when you just go out, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, when you say first you, that means you are practicing loving kindness. Why you have to expect that somebody have to tell me good morning, good afternoon, good evening first? Don't expect that. So that way, you are really, really practicing loving kindness meditation. Alright? So, the monks went for the alms round and just wear the robes and then enter the Savatthi for alms, that means for collecting food. Then, when he had walked for alms in Savatthi and had returned from the alms round, after his meal, he went to the blind man's grove for the day's abiding. So that monk is the meditator. He's really loved to practice meditation, Venerable Sariputta, you know. So after collecting the food, after taking the food, then he went to one place, under the tree, and then he started practicing meditations. So, having plunged into the blind man's grove, he sat down at the foot of a tree for the day's abiding. So he intended that I will practice meditations today under the tree, blind man's grove. Then in the evening, the Venerable Sariputta emerged from seclusions and went to the Jhanas group Anathapindika's park. The Venerable Ananda saw Venerable Sariputta coming in the distance. So he saw that Venerable Sariputta is coming, from the where he practiced meditation, from that place. He's coming. When Venerable Ananda saw him, he saw something different. He saw something, the complexion arose in his face, the Venerable Sariputta face. So he will explain here. Friend Sariputta, your faculties are serene. Your facial complexion is pure and bright. And bright. In what dwelling has the Venerable Sariputta spent the day? So who asked the questions? Venerable Ananda. He said, your face look very bright, pure, and facial complexion rose from his face. So what meditation did you practice? You see, during the Buddha's time also, there are many people, they practice different techniques. Even in this very life, when you go to Burma, in Myanmar, you will see the Mahasi technique is very famous, very popular in Myanmar. And when you come in Thailand, of course in Thailand also they practice the Vipassana, rising, falling. And when you come in USA, there are many techniques, right? There are many ways of practicing meditations. So which one you will practice, you choose. So that one you will decide yourself. If you think that this meditation is very good for me, please continue. If you think that meditation is good for me, please continue. So that way you can progress your meditation very well. So during the Buddha's time, let me explain you. I think the last time, I don't know whether I explained or not, the one monk, he was very dark. There are many people. Okay, please Sham, please close the door. Okay. You can come here. Yeah, the Sham can sit here.
Should I close the door?
Yeah, close the door, please. So, some people that couldn't progress the inside meditation, the Vipassana, and some other people that couldn't progress the Anapanasati, breath in, breath out, and some people that couldn't progress the loving kindness meditations. The Buddhas used a different technique to them because he could read the people mind. So that way, people just to listen Dhamma talk from him and they attain Sti Mantra. They attain the jhanas, first jhana, second jhanas, So here I'm going to explain what I taught last retreat because they didn't came. That's why. Then here, friend, so now Venerable Sariputta is going to explain about his experience. He said, friends, secluded from sensual pleasures, secluded from unwholesome states, I entered and dwelled in the first jhana, which is accompanied by thinking and examining thought with joy, happiness, and the burn of seclusions. So, yet, friend, it did not occur to me, I am attaining in the first jhana, or I have attained the first jhana, or I have emerged from the first jhana. That means he explained that now I attain the first jhana, what I didn't attain in the past. So how do you understand? He said here, secluded from sensual pleasure, that means five hindrances not there, and secluded from unwholesome states. So unwholesome states means here five hindrances. So five hindrances is not there, absent. So that thinking thought, examining thought, joy, happiness, and unification of mind. So unification of mind is into one point. So that way you will attain the first jhana. So you will understand yourself. So Venerable Sariputta, he explained, I attain the first jhana now, when Venerable Ananda asked him. So that I never experienced in the past. So Venerable Ananda, he understood. Then he also said, it must be because I making, my making, and the underlying tendency to concede have been thoroughly uprooted in the Venerable Sariputta for a long time, that such thoughts did not occur to me. So he's talking about the enlightenment, you know. So this is the first jhana. So when you attain the first jhana, you will understand yourself. You don't need to go to the teacher. Venerable sir, please tell me what jhana do I attain? First jhana or second jhana or third jhana? You need to ask from the teacher. You know yourself when you follow the sutta. So now so this is the first jhana. Do you have any questions about the first jhana? First jhana, any question? Yes.
Is it the same as attaining enlightenment?
No. Here first jhana means when the five hindrances not present. Thinking thought, examining thought, joy, happiness, and unification of mind. These five factors will be present in your mind. Then you attain the first jhana. So from the jhana you can drop. From the jhana. So when among the five hindrances, anyone arise again in your mind, you drop from the jhana. So what do you have to do? Again you radiate loving kindness to yourself. 10 minutes and to your spiritual friend, the rest of time. So that way you will attain the first jhana again. So that way, if you steady on it continuously, then you may attain second jhana, third jhana, fourth jhana very quickly. Some people can attain very, very fast because their mind very sharp, you know. And as Mike said, the people who did a lot of wholesome activities in the past, it may support them to attain first jhana, second jhana, third jhana very quickly, you know. This is the good karma that accumulate for him, right? That way very quickly you can attain first jhana, second jhana, third jhana. But some people, some meditators, it's very difficult. So that's why we always say when you attain the first jhana, second jhana, third jhana, don't share to others. Do you know why? If you share, other people will feel jealous. I got it, but another people, did it? Okay, go ahead.
You might discourage them too.
Yes,
Right?
yes.
Because no one knows when it's going to come to them.
Yeah.
Like if you would have told me a couple of years ago that I'd be feeling the feelings I feel now, I would say, you're crazy. But something ripened in my whatever, where I understand. At least I have a grasp of it, and I'm headed in the right direction.
Exactly. So that way, the person who will attain the first jhana, he will feel proud. I got it within short time, you know. And the guy, another person, he'll think that I am trying very hard, long time, but still I couldn't attain the first jhana. He feels so upset and feels jealous. Hey, don't talk with me. I tried very hard, but still I cannot get it. Yeah, go ahead.
Can you attain some state where you think you attained the first jhana, but you really haven't attained anything at all? You know, you know what I mean? When you get, because it's very abstract. How will you actually know? You know.
That's I said. The sutta is very clear.
Yes.
When you read and practice, sutta language very simple, easy to understand. When you practice is because I guide you, right, from the sutta. 5 hindrances: sensual desire, aversion, sleepiness and dullness, and restlessness and anxiety and doubt. These 5 hindrances you know already, right? So then thinking thought, examining thought, joy, happiness, and unification of mind. You know these 5, right? So when you know 5 hindrances and there are 5 factors of the jhana, because you already understand from the sutta, right? When you practice, when you radiate loving kindness to yourself and to a spiritual friend, when any hindrances arise, then you just use the harmonious practice. You know, that way, when no hindrances at all, then 5 factors arise in your mind, then you attain the first jhana. Got it? Not clear?
Okay.
Right? Okay. Do you want to share something?
No. I understand what you're saying. Like it can be vague, and you can think you're in a jhana and not be there, but it just requires practice, I guess.
Yeah, jhana's practice is ups and downs.
Yeah.
Ups and downs. It's like that.
Yeah.
So when you practice, when hindrances come, you drop from the jhana, and when your mind is sharp, then you continue. Very quickly you can attain that. Some practitioner is very, very good to attain the jhana. It's depend on the people. The last time I think I gave you one example. Did I say the Sulla? I didn't talk about that, right? Okay. Let me give you one monk during the Buddha's time. There were 2 brothers. One is the Sulla Mahapala, another one is Sullapala.
Oh yeah, you did.
I talk, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I talk. So that monk was very dull. He couldn't develop meditations, And his brother said, okay, please memorize these only 2 lines verse. He couldn't memorize. If you just tell him, okay, memorize 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, he couldn't do that. One of my students in my country, his name is Buddhananda, he knows. I told him, please memorize this sutta. He said, Banda, I cannot memorize. Why? I don't know. Because this is his karma. So that monk, Sulla Pala, his brothers was the organizer of the monks. He always take care of the monks. And whenever someone go for outside, someone invite them, he organize everybody. Mahapala. He said, okay, well, if you don't memorize these 2 lines verse tomorrow, you must leave the temple. You should not stay here. And we will not take you the people's house, because the one devotee invited them, all the sangha, all the monks. So they will not take him there. And he said, okay, if you don't take me, no problem, I will leave. And in the morning, Sullapala, did you memorize it? No, I couldn't memorize. Why? I don't know, I cannot memorize it. I tried very hard, but I couldn't memorize it. Okay, get out. You should leave the temple. And then he went to the Buddha's cabin, Buddha's kuti, where the Buddha was living. And he knocked the door, and Buddha opened the door. He said, Sullapala, what happened? How can I help you? He said, Venerable Sir, I am leaving now. Why? Where are you leaving? He said, my brother Mahapala, he told me to memorize 2 lines verse, but I couldn't memorize it. I tried very hard, but I couldn't. He said, okay, so where's the other monks? I don't know. So all monks went Jivaka's house, because Jivaka was the doctor of the Sangha, doctor of the monks. So all monks went there. Buddha said, okay, Sullapala, you should stay here, the temple, until I come back. Okay, no problem. So I give you the one handkerchief to you, the white one handkerchief, small one. So you just put in your hands, two hands, just inside of your hands, just you say white, 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 white. That's all. Because the handkerchief is white. Right? Only this meditation you will practice. You say, okay, no problem, Bhante, this is very easy. Yeah, this is very easy. Okay, you have to practice only this one. White, 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 white. So he was very happy. This is a good meditation. I can do that, right? And Buddha went the Jivaka's house, and Buddha asked, Mahapala, did all monks came here? Yes, Venerable Sir, all monks here, present. I think one monk didn't come. Who is Chulapala? So, before asking that, Chulapala was practicing white, 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 white. And then, after a few minutes, he saw that handkerchief became very soft, became impermanence. And he was thinking, everything impermanence. That knowledge arose in his mind. And again he continued, white, 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 white. And within short time, he became Arahant. He attained Arahantship. And that Arahantship very powerful. You know, one Sulapala can become thousand Sulapala. So then Buddha said, one monk didn't come. He's at a temple. When he reflects his psychic power. So, okay, Jivaka, please go back temple and invite Sulapala and bring him here. And Jivaka went there. And he said, Bhante, I saw thousand monks there. I don't know who is Sulapala. And he came back again. And Buddha said, Jivaka, you go back again. You go to the temple again. And you touch one monk and you'll invite him. Venerable Sir, I come here to invite you at my home. Please accept my invitations and follow me. Then thousand Sulapala became one and invited him, and he followed the Jivaka. So after going in the ceremony, the Buddha said, okay, today in this wonderful ceremony, today who will give Dhamma talk? For giving Dhamma talk not easy. Do you know why? He is the first one who gave Dhamma talk in Bangladesh. But his Dhamma talk was very good, excellent. He is scared. He saw thousand people. When he saw that, he said, I really nervous. You know? But his Dhamma talk was very good. I told him, don't worry. You'll talk about meditation, your experience. And then we helped him to make one presentations. You know, he did. And whatever he gave the talk, I translated in Bengali, in Bangladesh. Most of the people appreciated about his talk. They were very happy because his talk not ritual rituals. His talk is practical. Everything about meditation and about his experience. 2 years meditation practice. And then people were very happy. You know? But the way he said, he didn't push anyone. He said, okay, the way I am practicing, if you have time, you also can practice and you get a peace. Inner peace. So that's why giving Dhamma is also not easy. You have to study a lot, you know. So that way, then Buddha said, okay, today Sulapala is going to give Dhamma talk. And other monks were looking like this. They are looking each to other. What happened? Sulapala, he couldn't memorize even 2 lines, words. How can he give Dhamma talk? He doesn't have knowledge about Buddhism, about practice. Sulapala, please start Dhamma talk. And Sulapala started giving a Dhamma talk, beautiful Dhamma talk. And all monks were very surprised. How could he give Dhamma talk like that? Because they don't know he attained arhatship. He became enlightenment. Only Buddha knew, because Buddha used his psychic power and he knew, he read his mind. The Sulapala now arahant. So that's why that I give this example to you know why. You can use different technique of meditations, which one is good for you. So if you think that loving kindness meditation is good for you, you can practice that. If you think that vipassana meditation good for you, you can practice that. If you think that anapanasati, that means breath in, breath out, is meditation is good for you, you can practice that, which will give you the result. Immediately. That's why the Blessed One said, my Dhamma is immediately effective. If you practice now, you will get result right now. Why you have to wait for tomorrow or after tomorrow, right? Don't think past, don't think about the future. Think right now. Then you will get result right now. This is Buddhist meditation. Right? So now we are going to explain the second jhana. The first jhana, is it clear for everyone, right? First jhana, no question. Second jhana is called Avitaka Sutta. A means without. Taka means thought. So without thought. So at Savatthi, the Venerable Ananda saw the Venerable Sariputta coming in the distance and said to him, Friend Sariputta, your faculties are serene, your complexion is pure and bright. In what dwelling has the Venerable Sariputta spent the day? So Venerable Ananda asks him again questions. What meditation did you practice today? So here the faculty means there are 6 faculties. Eye faculties, ear faculties, nose faculties, tongue faculties, body faculties and mind faculties. Okay? So these ear faculties look very bright, clear, pure. What meditation did you practice? And now Venerable Sariputta is going to answer. Here friend, with the subsiding of thinking and examining thought, I entered and dwelt in the second jhana. So here you see, with the subsiding of thinking and examining thought, what does it mean? That means thinking thought and examining thought stop arising. Will not arise anymore. Then what will arise? Joy, happiness and unification of mind. How many? 3. 3 Dhamma, 3 truth will arise in your mind. 5 hindrances absent. Then you attain second jhana. So when you have second jhana, you have self-confidence. Wow, this meditation is really good. It's really work. I have to continue. I should not stop it. You have self-confidence. So here the Venerable Sariputta said, which has the internal confidence and unification of mind, is without thinking and examining thought, and has joy and happiness born of collectedness. Your mind will be cool, calm. That time your mind will be into one pointed. So happiness. So what is the difference between joy and happiness? You may ask the question, right? Mike. What is the difference between joy and happiness? Because here it said joy and happiness. So here joy means when self-confidence will arise in your mind, you feel so excited. This meditation is really good. You feel so excited, delighted. And happiness means your mind will be, you feel so comfortable, light. When you're light in your mind and your whole body. Some people think that when they practice 30 minutes or more than 30 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, they don't feel it. They have a body. They feel that they are on the ocean. They feel they are on the sky. Your mind and the whole body feel so comfortable. This is happiness. Okay? So, no thinking thought, no examining thought, joy, happiness, and unification of mind arise in your mind, 5 hindrances absent. That means you attain second jhana. Clear? No question, right? Then he said, "Yet friend, it didn't occur to me, I am attaining the second jhana, or I have attained the second jhana, or I have emerged from the second jhana. It must be because mind making, and the underlying tendency to conceit have been thoroughly uprooted in the Venerable Sariputta for a long time. Such thoughts did not occur to me." So this is the second jhana. No question, right? So this is the experience of the Venerable Sariputta. And how about Mahamoggalana, second jhana? What the Mahamoggalana said about the second jhana? What is his experience? So here, the second jhana, Mahamoggalana said, you see, it's Kulita Sutta. So Kulita means Mahamoggalana family name. So he is going to explain about his experience. How did he attain the second jhana? Because I want you to understand the second jhana very clearly. When you practice at home, then you can understand yourself, right? So Mahamoggalana Sutta here does say, by heart on one occasion the Blessed One was living at Savatthi in Jata's Gurvanatha Pindika's park. There the Venerable Mahamoggalana addressed the bhikkhus thus, Friend, those bhikkhus replied. The Venerable Mahamoggalana said this, "Dear friends, while I was alone in seclusions, a reflection arose in my mind thus. It is said, noble silent. What now is noble silent? So when you attain the second jhana, you will be very quiet, because the noble silence will arise in your mind. You understand yourself. You don't want to lose the 5 factors, the thinking thought, examining thought, joy, happiness, and unification of mind. All those things you want to continue. You want to attain the jhana continuously, step by step. So that when he will have the self-confidence, the noble silence will arise in his mind. Then, friends, it occurred to me here, with the subsiding of thinking and examining thought, a bhikkhu enters and dwells in the second jhana. So it's the same experience. You see, when you attain the second jhana, thinking and examining thought subside. That means stop rising, will not rise anymore. Joy, happiness, and unification of mind will arise. He is without thinking and examining thought and has joy, happiness, born of collectedness. This is called noble silence. Venerable Moggallana said. That means you are in second jhana, right? And then he said, then friends, in the subsiding of thinking and examining thought, I entered and dwelt in the second jhana, which has joy and happiness born of collectedness. While I dwelt therein, perception and attention accompanied by thoughts assailed me. Do you understand that one? He said that perception. What does it mean, perception? When giving the name. Who is giving the name? Perception. When you close your eyes, when you think this is the sensual desire arising, who is giving the name? Perception is giving the name. Attention, that means mindful. Attention accompanied by thoughts assailed me. You know, when someone practices meditations, that when a lot of hindrances, the five hindrances, disturb them again and again, they suffer a lot because they cannot settle down their mind. They think that meditation is for monks, not for me. Do you know in Thailand? When you stay in Thailand as a monk, people donate you a lot. Thai people are very generous. They donate you, they offer you many things. And some people, they think that for us, only dana, giving generosity. For monks, precept and meditation, not for me. But Buddha never said that. Buddha said first dana, giving generosity, sila, morality, precept, and bhavana, meditation. These three things not only for monks, but also for everyone, all people. So if you think that way, dana, giving generosity for us, and sila and bhavana, precept, morality and meditation for monks, this is not right. So what we have to do? We have to give generosity. This is number one. Why do we donate? Why do we practice generosity? What did the Buddha say? Number one, generosity. Number two, precept, morality. And number three, meditation. Why? Why he said number one, number two, number three, like that? Giving generosity means when you give up something, you reduce attachment from your mind. Greed, you reduce slowly, step by step. And keep a precept. Morality, you purify your mind. And number three, when you practice meditation, that way your meditation will be very good. You can develop very quickly. So your mind full of greed, and you never observe the precept, your mind will be restless, wandering. You will not be able to focus your meditation very well. So that's why the people who come here for practice meditation, I always advise them, please keep the 8 precept and then you meditate. So that way you can progress your meditation very well. So, these are the sutta for today. So we explained Venerable Sariputta experience, first jhana, second jhana, and the second jhana, Venerable Sariputta and Moggallana. So it's become very clear, right? No question now? Very good. So now we are, if no questions, we can share the merit, and then after that, then we can meditate for 30 minutes, alright? You can give one paper to Daddy. Okay, so we can share the merit together, right? Okay, let's share the merit. May suffering ones be suffering free, and the fear stack fearless be. May the grievance all grieve, and the may all beings find relief. May all beings share this merit that we have thus acquired for the acquisition of all kinds of happiness. May beings inhabiting space and earth, devas and nagas of mighty power, share in this merit of ours. May the long protect the Buddha's dispensations. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.